Morning, everyone, and welcome to our Heavenly Parent Holy Community, Oceania Hundoke, together with Reverend Yutaka Yamada. Just double checking something, 1 second. Yep, all right. So, thank you all for coming on this Friday, the 26th of September 2025, or the 5th of August on the 13th year of Chongal Guk. So let's begin by offering a bow to our true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind, Chanji, Tumpuninge, Kyombo, Haro. And let's recite our family pledge, both in Korean and English.
가전맨세 4. 천일국 주인 우리 가족은 참 사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님의 찬조 이사인 천주 대가족을 형성하여 자유와 평화와 통일과 행복의 세계를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다.
Family pledge number 4. Our family, the owner of Chongyalguk, pledges to build the universal family, encompassing heaven and earth, which is the Heavenly Parent's ideal of creation, and perfect the world of freedom, peace, unity, and happiness by centering on true love. So I'd just like to share Mother's prayer at the dedication of the growth stage Chon Bok Gun that she gave on the 21st of February 2010. We are sincerely grateful that you have permitted us to dedicate this holy temple in Yongsan Borough, Seoul, where we may attend you in a precious and exalted manner for the first time. We thank you that you have made this dedication ceremony so that this holy temple can shine brightly throughout the world as a place where our Chongsong and the hearts of all members can be gathered to form a foundation on which the entire country and the entire world, all humanity, will be able to recognize that the true owner is working his will substantially. May all who come and go here feel the boundless yearning and love of our Heavenly Parent in heaven every time they look upon this temple of unificationism. May your special blessing be upon all your children who work here. May all the world see that you live and that you are carrying out your work directly. Thank you. Thank you that you have given us this day. Heaven has endured so much as it walked a difficult path, been badgered and driven, working in the dark and without recognition. Now a holy temple has been opened where we can boldly reveal you and attend you. Please give your blessing so that your blessing and grace may be revealed to the world. Thank you for all that has taken place today in this ceremony. We now offer this luncheon on this day of Chongsong and ask that you partake of it first. We thank you and report to you in the name of true parents, Arju. Okay. I'm just trying to see. I was talking to Reverend Yutaka the other night, and we actually did record the special message from the Chongsong, the vigil, last night's vigil, and he wanted to say something before I played it, but I don't see him being here. So what I'll do is I'll play it, and then if he comes, then he can make a comment. I didn't see any message from him yet explaining what's happened, but he's not here at the moment. So that's okay. I'll just play the recording of last night's vigil. It begins with that really beautiful song for our mother, and then the message from Shinchul and then Shinhun. So please enjoy.
비가 오면 우산 들고 마중 나와 주시고 눈이 오면 넘어질까 걱정을 하시는 사랑으로 안아주고 기죽을까 감싸며 아버님의 빈자리를 채워주신 어머니 아빠 얼굴 그리려다 너무 생각이 안 나 동그라미 하나만을 그려놓고 잠든 밤 나도 아버님이 보고 싶다며 내 손 잡고 몰래 우시던 사랑해요 우리 어머니 아빠 얼굴 그리려다 너무 생각이 안 나 동그라미 하나만을 그려놓고 잠든 밤 나도 아버님이 보고 싶다며 내 손 잡고 몰래 우시던 사랑해요 우리 어머니 사랑해요 우리 네, 식구님 여러분
Members, brother, sister, hello everyone.
요 며칠 정말
Past few days,
혼란스러운 날들이 많이 있었지만
there were many confusing moments and frustrated moments, but now,
하나님의 바람처럼
just how True Mother wants and True Mother desires,
조금씩 서로를 더 이해하고 하나가 되어
bit by
가고 있는 것
bit,
같습니다.
I feel like we are trying to understand each other and becoming one. Thank you very much for all your efforts.
식구님 여러분들께서는 정말 아마 이 며칠
Our
이기기가
members,
싫으실 것 같습니다.
I believe that you might not even want to look back past few
너무도
days.
슬프고
For us,
힘들었던
it was truly sorrowful, sad, and difficult time
저는
for us.
사실, 여기서
But to
배울
be
점이
honest,
있다고
I believe there's
개인적으로
something
느끼고 있습니다.
we can learn from this.
그것이 뭐냐 하면
What that is,
사실 가정연합은
to be honest, the
어떠한
Family
지도자나
Federation
어떠한 특정 인물이 움직이는 것이 아니라
is not moved by one
식구들이
leader,
움직인다는 것을
but it is
아마
moved
여러분들은
by
다
our members.
느끼셨을 것 같습니다.
I'm certain that you felt this before.
첫 번째로는
Firstly,
얼마나 식구님들이 어머님을 사랑하는지를 그 분노를 통해서 저희들은 볼 수 있었고
we're able to see how our members love our true mother so much through their angers.
지도부와의 정말 어려운 감정들을
This
보여줌으로써
by showing difficult relationship and
드디어
emotions that we have with the leaders, finally, something that I've been feeling sorrowful of, every single one of our member
주체성을 갖고 있고 이 가정연합
is a central figure, has their own mindset of how to lead
저희들은 어떠한 한 사람이
the providence of their own. I'm pretty sure we were able to felt
한
this.
사람이 대표하는 것이
Is
아니라
besides your parents,
모두
one person cannot represent
이 길을 가고
all of
있고
us. All of us chose this path.
신앙으로서 하루하루
All of us,
걸어가고 있고
with our faith, we are walking our life.
이 사실을
And this fact,
정말
this
저에게
truth
있어서는 감당하기 힘들었던 파도긴 했지만 그거를 직접 본 입장에서
although it was a very difficult wave that I need to overcome, but as I watched it, I was able to see how
힘이
strong our members are and how they
느낄 수 있었습니다.
don't hinder despite such difficult. That's what I was able to feel.
저는 여기서 근데 한 가지 저희가 배워야 할 점이 있는 것 같습니다.
But I think there's one thing we must learn.
사실 이 분노는
So this anger
하루아침에 생긴 건 아니고
that we feel did not happen
오랫동안
overnight. It has been accumulated for long periods.
느껴져 나오던 그 감정들에서
It came out from the emotions that we had by our that our members and our leaders had, and that kind of exploded
이거는
through
정말
this
저희
incident.
가정연합에 부모님을 너무도 사랑하고 천혜국을 너무도 이루고 싶지만
This
그러한
is something
모습들이 비춰지지 않는
like, although we want to love our true parents, although we want to
우리들이 생활하는 공동체
fulfill 천일국, but the reality that we have faced up until now, very sorrowful reality that we have been
추구하는 그 이상을
witnessing,
현실에서 비추지 못하는 데 있어서 그 분노가
which is far
출발했다고
from the ideal
저는 개인적으로 생각합니다.
world that we have been expecting. I believe that's where everything began.
그랬습니다.
I was the
많이
same.
어리지만
I am very
사실
young.
어렸을 때부터
but since young age,
저희들을 이제 중심 인물로
True Mother nurtured us,
기르시면서
educated us
정말
as our central
가까이에서
figures, and really at a close proximity of True Mother,
보고
we
들었습니다.
actually saw and hear all those rumors and
저도
gossips
처음에는 너무 화가
and all
났어요.
different things. At first, I was just angry. How can they think like that? How can they say?
저 사람이
How can that person?
누구가
How can that so and so?
특정 사람들이
How can
그런
specific
행동을 할수 있을까?
person can act in such a way?
정말 참기 힘들고
I couldn't bear such
하지만 어머님은 쓰시고 계시는
things, but True Mother is still standing.
그래서 여러분들의
This
분노를
kind of
너무도
anger, I can truly understand all of your anger.
그러나 오랜
But
기간
for a long time, as I watched,
저는 어느 시점에서
at one moment,
생각을 했습니다.
I thought to myself,
만일 내가 그 지도자의 위치에 있었다면
If I was in the leader's
실수를
shoes,
안 할 수 있었을까?
would I be certain that I wouldn't make the same mistake?
타락성을 한번
And I
설정해봤습니다.
reflected my own fallen
내가
nature.
정말 그 권력과
If I have that much power, that much authority,
그러한 행동을 안 할 자신이 있는가?
do I feel
솔직히 자신이
confident
없었습니다.
that I will not work that way? To be honest, I wasn't sure. I wasn't certain.
그러면서 그때 제가 든 생각은
And one thing that came into my mind at that moment is that up until now,
있는 많은 어려운 문제들을 외부에서만 찾았었는데
I've been searching for the problems of our family federation external aspect, but
이상적인 모습이 되지 않았음에도
even though I haven't become ideal person,
다른 이들에게서 찾고
I have
있었다.
been looking for answer. I've been looking answers from others, from
그리고 저는
not within myself.
정말 부모님께서 저희에게 가르치시는 천국이란 어떤 곳인가?
And so I wonder, what is the heaven that your parents really wants to teach us? From my understanding,
지옥을 영계에 갈 때
when we go to spirit
그
world,
누구도 저희를 심판하진 않습니다.
nobody judges us whether we go to heaven or hell.
저희들의 양심에 의해서
Based on our
저희들의
consciousness,
사랑의 그릇에
based
의해서
on
알아서 저희들은
the amount of love we have,
한다고 배웠습니다.
we move automatically, naturally.
그리고 저는 생각했습니다.
So I thought to myself,
내가 나의 그릇을 키우지 않고
if I don't
사실 나 또한 다른
make my heart
이들한테
wider,
보다 작은 레벨일 수 있지만
and although I may have
다른 이들에게는
smaller love than others,
어떠한 힘든 감정을 느끼게 했을 수 있구나.
I might have made other people feel anger, feel discomfort, feel negative emotion through me.
나를 먼저 돌아본 다음에
I should reflect myself
그들을
first,
바라볼 필요도
and
있었구나.
and I should look at them. I believe I needed that moment. Of course, what the mistakes they have made is not right,
떳떳하게
but
질타할 수 있는 자격은 내 자신도 느끼기에
I can feel that I'm not adequate person to actually judge them. That's what I thought.
그러나 동시에
But at the same time, when I realized this,
너무도 머리가
truly
아팠습니다.
I had a big headache.
사실
To be honest,
너무 이걸 실행하기가 어렵지 않습니까?
it was really difficult to actually practice this, right?
너무도 타락성이
You know,
잘 보이고
I can see other person's fallen nature very well, and other person when that person treats me,
정말 신뢰되는 그런 행동을 보이는데도
he is still
불구하고
showing very
그들을 계속
disrespectful
사랑하고 그들을 계속
moments.
이해하고
But I had to love them. I had to try to
그들과
understand them,
함께 보내기가
and
너무 어렵지
I had to
않습니까?
spend so much time. But it's very difficult, right?
내가 변한다 해서 세상이 변할까?
Would this world change even if I change? If one person of myself
우리
change,
전체가 변할까?
can all of us change?
나는 과연 중요한가?
Am I really that
나는 우리
important?
가정연합에
Within Family Federation, do I have any influence over?
우리를 바꾸는 건 지도부부터 바꿔야 하지 않나?
I believe we should change leadership. Only then we can change our members. That's the thought that I used to have.
하지만 어제 저는
However, yesterday,
이틀 동안
for
목격했어요.
last 2 days, I witnessed.
사실은
Oh,
나 혼자서 이 뜻길을 가고 있지 않았다는 사실을 다시금
I wasn't the only one who had been walking this path. I realized this. Everybody wants to reach the idea where everybody wants to live in the kingdom of heaven and earth. Every one of us has been looking at the same destination, but we have forgotten that we couldn't trust each other. In some ways, I didn't believe
내가 바뀌면 바뀔
others.
그러면서
Would a person change if I change?
신은이가 좋아하는 폭포의 비유가 있습니다.
Yesterday, there's a waterfall
어제 저는 그
metaphor
낭떠러지 비유를
that Shinung likes.
드렸는데
also shared a metaphor of the cliff.
사실 강이 모이기 전에는
But before the water is gathered to river, water is scattered many different places. You never know where the water will come out. Some river may start from from top of the mountain. Some water can come down from ocean. Some water can come up from the ground. But the waters do not know each other. But as they flow, they become one. That will eventually become river, and that will eventually become a waterfall. And just like yesterday, it can become a wave, just like how we saw yesterday. Yesterday, centering on Chunshimon, that wave might have settled down, but the reason why the wave stopped was not because of inheritors of heaven's love and blessing, not because of Fourth Position Foundation, not because of President Gisong, but it was members, each and every one of members. Because you tried to embrace that anger was able to be reduced, because you tried to love each other, we were able to step one more step forward. Us and rest, we may choose direction where we can go, but we cannot change the wave, the course of the wave. During this difficult time, we must remember this. In external world, is trying to separate us. They do not want us to become one. When we are small river, they want to block us by putting an obstacle there so that we won't be able to meet, so that we won't able to check each other's heart. Throughout many different courses, they are trying to pull us into their direction so that they can separate us. However, we should never forget the amount of love that I have toward True Mother, that we have toward True Mother. We should love our members around us. Just as how much we love our family federation, our community should love each other just like how much we love each other, how much we love our family federation. Because of that, we don't have to hinder, we don't have to waver. We don't have any reason to be hindered. Truly, if we all become one, no matter what other people say, no matter persecution, no matter criticism they make, it's pointless. When there's a strong current of river with strong current, when we throw a rock, of course that surface that the rock is may be disturbed, but you cannot change the course of the water. Truly, the direction the True Mother is asking us to go, the current the True Mother has made, if we center our True Mother and if we take action based on this current, based on True Mother's teaching, if we take action based on that, we cannot be hindered. We cannot hinder ourselves. So what I think is that Cheongguk tradition and principle, it's very important. But I feel like sometimes we think too much of confusing, difficult things, complicated things. Because we've been studying things that are complicated. Maybe we're thinking things too complicated. Heavenly Parent would not have hid everything that is too complicated for us. Sometimes Heavenly Parent just want us to simply remember our essence through simplicity. If we spend such a day, that itself is enough to grow ourselves every day. And that is to love each other, to forgive each other. And as we understand each other, we should become one. That is all the principle that we need. If I say it like this, training center might think that we shouldn't teach divine principle, but that's not it. Divine principle is very important, but within the principle, the most important aspect
참 부모님의 가르침의 본질.
and the fundamental essence of true parents' teaching, essence of heavenly parent teaching is forgive, love, and become one.
그 본질을 기억하지 못했다.
If I did not remember this essence, I would have went with such wave of anger.
저희들은 어머님에게
Then
너무
if that happened,
아픔을
we
드렸을 겁니다.
would have given true mother a big
제가
big
아니었어도
heartache.
그 누구가 됐든
No,
괜찮습니다.
it's okay if it isn't me, as long as
이것을 항상 기억하고 있는
if we
사람이 한
remember,
명이라도 있습니다.
if there's one person who can remember this, forgive, love,
그
and
사람이
to become one,
정착될
that
수
will
있습니다.
become the central figure, and that person can
저희는
change.
정말 그런 주인 의식을
This
가지고 살아야 한다고 저는
Group, I believe all of us must think like owner. We have the sense of ownership. In every community, in every church, of course,
함께 있으면 좀 힘든
I
친구들이
too
있습니다.
have friends whom really makes me
그러나 그런
difficult
친구들이 있더라도
to really
먼저 이해하려고 하고
spend time with them. But
먼저
even though we have such people around us, we should try to understand them, try to reach our hands, and do not put too big of a goal.
어제는 한 마디를 안 했으면
If I didn't speak one word today,
뭐 안녕
maybe I can say just a simple hello to that person.
그냥 저희들이 항상 이 말씀을 생각하면서
So we should all think about these words, which is, have I loved more today than yesterday? Was I able to forgive more than yesterday? More today than yesterday?
참 부모님을 생각하고
So
주변의
was I able to think more about our church, more about our community, more about true parents, more about our public leaders?
고민을 여기
Have I ever thought about that before? If all of us make these thoughts, we cannot help but to grow.
이 시기일수록 저희들은
During these grave, difficult times, we must remember, we must
함께
embed it within our heart, and we must move forward together. That's what I believe.
함께 나아갑시다.
Together, let's move forward together. Thank you.
식구님 여러분 안녕하십니까?
Hello, members and brothers and sisters.
제가 원래는
To be honest,
얘기하고
I speak without
심정을 그냥
script, and I
그대로 얘기하는데
speak whatever I receive
어제 제가
from my
감정을
heart.
주체 못하고
But yesterday I couldn't contain myself with emotion.
제가 뭘 말했는지 기억도 안 나요.
I don't remember. I don't even remember what I spoke. I don't think I spoke much. So
방지하기 위해서
in order to prevent that,
그래도 하고 싶은 말을 이렇게 준비해 왔는데
I prepared something I wanted to share.
그냥 이제 넘어가고
Let's okay.
식구님 여러분
My brothers and sisters,
먼저 저의
first,
얘기를 나눠주기 전에
before I share my
저는 하나의
heart,
간증을 여러분들께 나누고 싶습니다.
I would like to share a testimony for you.
저희는 다 지금은 제가 여기 앞에 웃고 있어도
Although I am smiling right now, on
이틀
that
전,
day,
이틀이 됐나요?
it's been 2 days, right?
솔직히 저에게는 거의 하루가
I feel like a single day
100년처럼 느껴지기 때문에
was
지금
like a
시간이
100 years.
모르겠습니다.
I don't even know the timeline
너무나도
right now. But anyways,
하루였고
it was truly a painful day.
그 다음 날도 아프고
The day after that was a painful, and today is also
그러나 저는
painful.
그날에 대한 제가
But
목격했던 너무나도 아름다운
I would like to share my testimony regarding
간증을 여러분께
a beautiful person
나누고 싶습니다.
to you
그날
through my testimony, although it will be short.
이제
On that day,
심사
when our mother went to the court for the hearing,
서기 전에
before she went there,
저의 형이랑
with my brother Shinchul
그 형수님
and my
저와 제
sister-in-law
아내와
and myself and my wife
제 딸까지
and with my daughters,
어머님을 이제 배웅해드리기 위해서
we went to
다 함께 어머님
send off our true mother. We went to the car with our true mother.
그날에 제 딸이
But on that day, my daughter,
뜻밖에도
very
어머님이 가시 그 상황을
lovingly.
몰라요. 3살이니까.
She doesn't know the situation. She just know that her mother is going somewhere.
그 궁에 복도에 화병이 있었어요.
There was a vase
갑자기 그
in the
화병을
Cheonjeonggung,
보더니
at the hall of Cheonjeonggung.
핑크색을
and
좋아하는데
As she looked at the vase,
핑크색의 꽃을
Jongha
하나
likes
꺼내서
pink, and she picked out a pink flower.
이거는 하나는 왕엄마 거,
This one is for Wang
또
엄마,
하나는 꺼내서
and she put another
애기니까
flower,
하나는 내 거.
and she said, "This one is for mine."
그리고 그걸 가지고
And with those
왕엄마한테
flowers,
줄 거야.
she said, "I'm going to give it to Wang 엄마."
배웅하러 갔습니다.
So we walked to True Mother,
그리고
and
제 딸이
and my
정아가
daughter, my Jongha,
그 아침에
in that morning,
차를 타시기 직전에
right before True Mother got on the car, Jongha offered the flower to True Mother, and mother
이렇게 말했어요.
told Jongha as following:
정아야,
"Jongha,
왕엄마는
Wang 엄마
그 꽃을 못 가져가니까
cannot bring that flower.
꽃을 정아가 물병에 놓아줄 수 있냐고
Can you put that flower
부탁하셨어요.
on the vase for me?"
정아는
So True Mother asked Jongha,
네.
and Jongha, with bright smile, she said yes.
그리고 정아가
And Jongha,
그날에
on that day,
어머님께 받은 그 부탁을 가지고
as
그 꽃을
the requested Mother Wang 엄마 gave her,
어머님께 올렸던 그 꽃을 가지고
Jongha brought her flower, and the flower she offered to
가지런히 예쁘게
mother,
책상
she
위에
put it on top
물병
of,
속에서 담아서 올렸습니다.
she put it on the vase and on top of
저희는
table.
알죠. 그날이 얼마나 저희에게
But we know that
아픈
day
날이었는지.
was truly a painful day.
그러나 그날
But
저녁에
at night of that dinner,
저희는 집에 없었으니까
because we weren't at home,
어머님을 기다리시고 있었으니까
because we were
저희가
waiting
청년들 모든 식구들과
for True Mother with all other members and youth, my aunt
정아 애기들과 함께 있었는데
was
갑자기 정아가
with my daughters. But suddenly
자야
Jongha,
될 시간인데 그
said,
밤에
Jongha, at the time when she was supposed to be sleeping,
나오더래.
she came out of her room. Suddenly,
방에 나오고
she came out her room.
복도를 지나서
She went past the
식당에 있는
dark
저희
hall
거실에 있는 그 책상의 화변 앞에
and
앉았더래요.
she sat in front of the vase which she put up for True Mother.
그리고
And
갑자기
suddenly,
정아가 기도를 하더랍니다.
Jongha started praying,
하늘 부모님,
Heavenly Parent,
왕엄마를 지켜주세요.
please protect Wang 엄마.
그리고 그 다음
And
날에
the day after that,
정아는 아직도 모르죠.
Jongha doesn't know because she's a baby.
그러나 갑자기
But suddenly,
어머님 존영 앞에, 참 부모님 존영 앞에 가서
she stood in front of
그
True
다음
Parent's
날에는
portrait.
갑자기
Suddenly, she said,
이렇게 팔 벌리고
she raised her arms like that, out like that.
정아가 왕엄마를 지킬 거야.
Jongha will protect Wang 엄마. That's what she said.
라고 말하더랍니다. 그런데 제가 지금 생각해 보면
But when I look back at this,
모습들을 보면서
as I look at Jongha,
저는 이제 어제도 그렇고 오늘이 되어서야 다짐을 하는 것 같습니다.
same thing from yesterday. I am able to resolve again upon looking at
제가
what Jongha did.
진정으로
Truly,
참 어머님께서 요한계시록 19장 7절에서
the gospel, Revelation,
9절 그 사이에
verse,
나오는
chapter 19, verse 7 to 9.
스스로가 준비하신 그 신부
The bride who prepared herself, if True Mother is that only begotten daughter,
하고 어머님께서 독생녀가 억울한 상황에
as only begotten daughter,
중에서
is such an unjust
신념을 가지고
circumstances at
다짐을 하는데
a cell, she is resolving with her own faith and belief.
저는 제 딸아이를 보고
And for me, as I looked at, her mother is
왜 나는
resolving like that. But as I looked at my daughter,
어머님을 걱정하지 못하였을까?
why wasn't I able to worry our
왜
true mother
다짐하지
like
못하였을까?
my daughter, like pure-hearted my daughter? Why couldn't I resolve
생각하게 됩니다.
like her? I reflected myself.
식구님 여러분,
My brothers and sisters,
저는 어제 얘기했어요.
I
이거
said
하나만
yesterday,
기억해, 제가 얘기한 거.
I remember one thing that I said.
여행을 갔을 때
When I went to meet true mother,
살아계신 하늘 부모님을 뵀습니다.
I saw living heavenly parent.
그러나 지금 보니까
But now what I see,
어머님은 지금
is that
홀로 십자가를 들고 계십니다.
true mother is holding on to the cross all by herself.
식구님 저는 고백합니다. 지금
But brother,
보니까
sister, I
저는
confess in front of you.
저는 이제
Now,
예수님 때와 같이 예수님을 배신한 가롯 유다와
just like the time of the Jesus, I do not want to become like Judas Iscariot. I do not want
자가의
that Jesus to walk alone on the cross. I do not want to become disciples who hid themselves when Jesus was crucified.
저희는 다 알지 않습니까?
We all know
참 부모님의
True mother's
생애는
life course. We know true parents' life course. Their life course was only
세상을 위해서
live
세상을
for the
사랑하기
world,
위해서
live for to love the world.
살아갔다는 것을
They have lived such life.
그러나 세상이 뭐라 한다고
But because what the world,
손가락짓을 한다고 저는
The world,
지금까지 제 자신을
because
보면서
world is criticizing, because world is pointing at us,
두려워했습니다.
I realize I feared.
그런데 이제 생각해요.
But now
어머니께서 옥중에 그렇게 다짐하고 계시고
Now I believe,
신념을 가지고
now I think, true mother is in that cell of detention center with her own faith, with her own belief.
앞에 굴해야 되고
Why do I have to submit myself in front of the world? Why do I have to become small in front of that world?
하늘을 사랑한 게 죄라면
If loving heaven is a sin,
저는 세상 앞에 죄인이 되겠습니다.
I will become the sinner.
세상을 사랑한 게 죄라면
If loving the world is a sin,
저는 그냥 제 목을 걸고서라도
even if it means I need to risk my life, I will become a sinner. If the world,
저희를 뭐라 하여도
no matter what they say about us, I don't care.
이제는 제 알 바.
Now I don't care at all.
그러나 세상이 몰라서 그렇게 말하는 거라면 참 부모님을
If
몰라서
they do not know true parents, if they're speaking that because they do not know,
죄이겠습니까?
how can not knowing be a sin?
그러나
But
저는 세상 앞에
in
저는
front of the
확신하니까
world, because I am certain,
어머님께서 그 어떠한 죄도 없다는 것을 확신하니까
because I'm certain that true mother have not committed any crime.
그렇다면 나는 세상
If that
앞에
is the case in
왜
front of the world,
죄인처럼 돼야 되는지
why do I have to
되는지
become
모르겠습니다.
like a criminal, like a sinner?
그러니 지금부터
So from now on,
어머님을 걱정하는 제 딸의 모습을 보고
as I saw my daughter who worried about true mother,
다짐하고 싶습니다.
I want to learn from her and I want to
우리
resolve.
식구들과 함께
And
다짐하고
I want to
싶습니다.
resolve with our members.
세상 앞에 당당하게
in front of the world, let us become bold. No matter what they say, let us love the world. Let us forgive the world.
어머님을 증거하고
And let us testify to the world of true mother, of only begotten daughter.
십자가에 올리더라도
Even if this world wants to crucify us,
어떤 있더라도
whatever happens,
독생자만은 지키겠다고.
let us resolve to absolutely protect our only begotten daughter.
소녀 앞에
My daughter, in front of true parents' portrait, just like how she said she will protect our true parents, just like such pure-hearted child, I too
당당하게
will
참
boldly go forward, only looking
싶습니다.
at true parents and only to protect true parents.
오늘
Today,
500명이
500 youth
함께 기도회를 드리고 있다고 들었습니다.
is holding the prayer gathering in front of detention center.
두려워하지 맙시다.
Let's not fear.
참 부모님께서 지금 이 순간까지도
True parents, right even at this moment,
무결하고
she is
고귀하고
innocent. She is noble.
담당하시니까
She is bold.
저희도 참
So,
부모님의 자녀라면
If we are children of true parents,
참 부모님의 모습과 같이
we must resemble our true parents. So
사랑을
we,
가지고 용서를 가지고
with
고귀하게
forgiveness, with love,
당당하게
we should move forward with boldness, with nobleness, with innocence.
세상 앞에 설 수 있으면
Let us all stand
좋겠습니다.
in front of the world. That's what I hope.
감사합니다.
Thank you very much.
Mm. Yeah, thank you very much, everyone, for listening again. Those that saw last night, or those are hearing for the first time, really the heart of Shinchul and Shinhun, and as they're understanding what's happening, it looks like something else has happened. Reverend Mutaka still hasn't made it. So yeah, just reflecting on the Shinchul's words, really, he's somehow repenting and sharing with us how he was so angry about what's been happening that he lost sight of a true mother. He's more consumed by his anger, judging people. Why? How could they do that? How could they do this? And how could they act such a way? And then he realized that what would heaven or spirit world do? And he reflected on that when we go to spirit world, no one judges us. We go according to our state. And so he realized that we should work together. We should trust each other. We should not judge each other. We should make our hearts wider. And he admitted that he was having difficulty adjusting, but now in these last couple of days in Korea and seeing the membership, and how everything is being centered on mother, and how they recognize really it's our responsibility to really put mother first. It's easy for us, when it happened, everyone is shocked and angered and thinking of, in some ways, our perspective, but how to really focus on mother at this time. And she'll be there sometime in the detention center waiting for the trial to continue, and we hope that it can pass quickly and everything can be resolved. So we've got a little bit of time So if there's anyone that wants to make a reflection or comment, please do. Yes, Reverend Stone. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, anyway, I was really inspired by both of their speeches. I thought they're so mature in this difficult situation. Their messages, I mean, when you think about that, young people in their 20s dealing with, the confusion and the emotions and the anger and everything that's going on, they need to give a message that's really bringing unity and bringing hope and bringing commitment and faith, which those messages really did. They really hit the mark. I'm just very inspired by their young leadership, and I mean, the test of elite leadership is in when you get difficult situations like this. So standing up and extemporaneously just speaking like that was very, very inspiring to me. So yeah, let's really, really support them, and of course take their words deeply to heart. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Yes, Chris, go ahead. Put your hand up.
Good morning, everyone. I realise now that when the two grandchildren came to Sydney, I did speak to them very briefly. And I realise now that I made a mistake because I thanked them for coming and just expressed at times there's been difficult times, but their speeches were very inspirational and helped me a lot. But I realise now that that was a burden to them. I never once asked them, how can I help you? What can I do for you? Let me know. If Heavenly Parent tells you anything I can do to help you. So once again, the biggest lesson I've had in my life these days is as soon as I use the word I or me, I'm going down the wrong path. Anyway, that's my lesson for today. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, true. Yes, Katrine, go ahead.
Yes, I'm very inspired to see the two missionaries, especially them saying, one mistake we've done too much is judging and criticizing others. And even in this time, when the world is going a bit chaotic way, they say that True Mother wants us to love the world. And I must say yesterday was a very special day because we could go witnessing, which I've tried to go and support the missionaries at the campus at UTS, but it feels so, it's my gray hair and, only young people there. But yesterday it felt so right. We had the exhibition and just open the door of the Peace Embassy and invite people. Many, of course, think we are maybe selling or, but it was very, very special. And I feel really it was quite moving to do that again. And yeah, I like to invite some more people. The more we are, the more we unite around that, as the two grandchildren say, we will bring some. And one girl who came, she came because she had seen the poster. And so she, she was on my contact. I did not stop her, but I followed her and then introduced her to the panels. And it was, I mean, I hope everything will go well with her, but she's a very, very special girl. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what happens and we'll let you know. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, that's true. Yesterday was we're doing at the Peace Embassy Thursday, Friday, Saturday from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. And yeah, that first day with many members coming, trying a short time or a long time, we ended up having 24 people come through on that day, and a number of them have given their details, so they want to study more, and one of them, actually stayed longer and had a lot of good connection with a couple of the missionaries, and really wants to study more. So it's very, very inspiring. And yeah, anyone who's in Sydney certainly can come and join us. Yeah, so it's very great. So thank you, and yeah, it's time now for us to offer our unison prayer. Looks like Reverend Yutaka, obviously things are happening in Korea, so I'm sure he'll let us know. So anyway, let's offer our unison prayer. I'll just bring up the screen again. All right, let's do this. Let's pray together. Thank you. Jew, Jew. Thank you, everyone, and I hope everyone has a great day, and see you all again tomorrow. So thank you. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye. Have a good day.
Bye bye. Visit day.